Hey everybody, this is Muffin with the Daily Biker Podcast. Just here to let y'all know the opinions and ideas expressed in this show are those of the hosts and their guests, not to be confused with their partners and sponsors. Now, let's get it on.
Hey guys, this is Sean from the Bikes and Beards YouTube channel, and you guys are listening to the Daily Biker Podcast. You're gonna love it.
Just, too many things cost too much money nowadays.
Yeah. So, is it going? Can you see it? It's all working out.
Yeah, we're going.
Okay.
We're moving.
The thing is elevating.
Yes. The bars are elevating. The red light is on.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do real quick. These words have not been said in a long time, but I'm going to turn this where it doesn't turn off, where my phone doesn't lock, so I can see.
So you can actually see everything that's on there.
For the early timers, no, we're not recording on the phone.
No.
I have notes on the phone. I have notes for this episode.
I know. Because didn't we have to do that before when we were recording on the phone? You had to keep your screen on or it would stop recording. Yeah.
Well, it wouldn't stop. We just couldn't tell what was going on.
And sometimes it would quit, like your phone memory would run out or whatever.
Right.
Yeah. I remember. God, those days were so long ago.
Yeah. So, hey everybody, welcome back to the Daily Biker Podcast. My name is Marcus. I'm your clueless leader. Today we're going to go on a learning journey. It is just Daniel and I.
Yep. Just the two of us.
That is because it is early on a Sunday morning, which I honestly don't mind it because at this time of day, I'm actually not doing anything. I'd be sitting on the couch watching TV.
Which, I mean, fair. I'm assuming Heather would still be asleep or cuddling with the dog somewhere.
Well, most Sunday mornings, like right now, until 11:30, Heather's still in bed. Yeah. Like I get up, I'm at church at 8:15 with my mom and my brother. So and I get out and I go home and I sit on the couch.
I mean, it makes sense. Makes sense. Nathaniel just went down for his first nap of the day, probably an hour ago.
Yep. So, what we are talking about today is TJ Brutal on YouTube did a video, which I don't know if you went and watched it. I told you you didn't have to. He did a video, and he did what I thought was a pretty good job of this video, and it was 12 motorcycle myths, and he did a good job of making them funny.
Yeah, which, I mean, that's pretty much all we do.
Now, if you want to see what his opinion was, I suggest going and watching his videos. It's TJ Brutal Customs on YouTube, and see what he has to say. He did a very, very, like I said, a very, very good job of it. As I was watching it, I was like, man, these are some good for you and I.
Yeah.
Because yes, I work a Harley. Yes, I have a Harley. But yes, I've worked at other brands.
You have.
I've rode on other brands.
That
I
is true.
appreciate other brands. So, because some of this can kind of be more brand specific or model specific and not just Harley.
Yeah. But I mean, Harley's an easy target.
Actually, Harley's a small target on this.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And the funny thing about that is they are Harley guys, but they're also like chopper guys. So like he's got like a couple different like Japanese choppers and stuff like that too. So
I think if I was going to do a chopper, I'd do it out of an old UJM motorcycle.
No, he's got like
or like a Triumph. It'd be an old Triumph.
He's got like Shadow 600s that they've turned into choppers and stuff like that.
Fair.
Because you can, if you know what you're doing, you can build one for like $75.
And that includes the price of the bike.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So,
the Shadow is actually a great motorcycle. If you own one, it is a perfect bike. It is just slow.
Yeah. So that's what we're going down. So, number one.
Okay.
And a lot of these do come from people not in the motorcycle community.
Which that's where a lot, I mean, we are talking about, these are basically opinions of motorcyclists from the way you described it.
Right. From
Yeah.
people that aren't motorcyclists.
Yeah.
Or aren't involved in the motorcycle community.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Motorcycles make you cooler.
I mean, if you think attracting 60 to 75-year-old men is cool.
I think to a certain demographic, yes. To another demographic, no.
Yeah. Yeah. I enjoy my motorcycles. I like looking at motorcycles. I enjoy my motorcycles.
So, I think we met because of motorcycles.
Correct.
A lot of people have met because of motorcycles. And I think depending on the crowd you're in, like I don't mean the motorcycle crowd. I mean just the crowd of people that you're in
Yeah.
and the type of motorcycle you're on can have an inflection on the crowd's opinion or crowd's perception of you.
Yeah. I mean, motorcycles make you cool is kind of just such a broad spectrum.
I mean, I don't want to say no because
Like I love it when I'm at a red light and a little kid rolls the window down. Like that, I'm the coolest damn person
also,
on the planet.
If you go back and you watch like movies, a lot of these, it's more notable in rom-coms. The
bad boy comes in on the bike.
guy, well, he's either always has a motorcycle or some sort of classic car.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
It's some sort of sports or classic car
so
or
it
a
was
motorcycle.
it's Hollywood's personification of, oh, this dude's kind of a little rebellious and cool.
But he's made it. He's got money or something.
Right.
Yeah.
But like, I would assume, if I take my Harley to a peace man, vegetarian type community,
You're probably not
so much.
Probably not.
So I would say yes.
Now, if you had a Vespa and you took it there, you'd be one cool cat.
I would say yes, motorcycles can make you cooler in the right environment.
I think that's fair enough.
It has to be the right environment, though,
Yeah.
for your motorcycle.
It's not just a blanket statement like owning a motorcycle makes you cooler. That is not true.
Well, it's like you've been to Bike Week in Panama with us.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't think any of those people are cool.
Right. So say we go down there and it's like, okay, yeah, everybody has a motorcycle, whatever.
Yeah.
But then you see some guy that maybe he's running around the strip on one of the new RRs, the new Harley RRs. It's like, okay, that guy's probably a little cool. Let's go talk to him.
Well, I mean, maybe, or he just has a lot of money. I mean, the fact that he's riding,
But that's what I'm
I'm
saying.
more interested in the fact he's riding it.
Yeah.
Because most of those guys put it in their garage and
that's
then it's actually never left the dealership.
I'm going to say now, only because it's public information. Lance Corey, the guy that owns Thrash and Supply, probably has the most miles on a RR because he actually rides his.
Good. You should.
Like he's talked about riding it to Sturgis.
I mean, what was our conversation the last time we got together? Ride your motorcycle. I don't care what it is. It could be the rare one of one. Ride it.
So I think so on that one. Just to
based
close
on
it depends. Yes, the answer is yes, but asterisk next to that is depending on the bike and the community you are in.
correct. Yep.
So, number 2, loud pipes save lives.
Loud pipes make me happy. They don't save anybody's life.
So I'm going to say this. If I have a car coming over on me
Yeah.
and I honk my horn, they probably are not hearing my horn.
True. Because I'm going to be honest, most Harley horns are really anemic.
But if I romp it,
They're probably going to hear it.
they're probably going to hear it.
However, if they're already coming, they're most likely already going to go.
So, and I'm going to agree with TJ because this is what he said. Loud pipes are more obnoxious,
So people notice them.
but people notice you because of the obnoxiousness.
I'm
And the more you're noticed,
on a motorcycle.
safer you are.
That is a good thing.
you want to agree with that statement.
No, I do, but I feel like it's very situational.
Yeah.
Just because, I mean, with the
So we're going to once again, yes, asterisk situation.
in the exact scenario that you described, if they're right next to you and they're coming over and you romp on it, they're gonna hear the bike.
Correct.
But if you're screaming in from behind them and they're getting over,
Yes.
they're not going to, they can't
No.
hear you.
No.
So it's very, very, very situational.
Well, that's where you have bright lights.
Yes. I mean, I've got bright lights on my bikes. You've got bright lights on yours.
Okay. Here's one. And this is becoming a joke in the motorcycle community. But I had to lay her down. Like you can't stop fast enough. So you had to lay her down to avoid the situation.
No, there's no, you
Never a situation where that's true.
you might have had to go into a ditch to avoid something. I mean, if there's a complete block in the road and you can't,
You're going way too fast.
yeah, exactly.
Your loud pipe wasn't letting them know to get out of the way.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's a no. There's I promise you, I promise, I swear to you, physics will even dictate. There's never a situation where metal sliding across the road stops faster
Then rubber.
than the rubber.
Yeah.
So
Like laying it down should be a result of you having to avoid something that was completely unavoidable. If it was truly unavoidable,
then I don't think you're laying it down. I think you got to still stop faster on rubber.
no, you crashed. That's a crash.
Yeah, right.
That's not laying it down.
Right.
You didn't have to lay it down. You crashed.
All right. Bigger bikes are faster.
No.
So, technical answer is no.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, what are we just talking about when we say bigger?
That's the problem in that open of a statement in the Harley community. Okay. Let's use Harleys for a second.
Okay.
Okay. Your bike is a 103.
Correct.
My bike is probably faster than your bike. Stock for stock.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
now it's a completely different conversation anyways because I have an engine working on that other stuff.
Correct.
Stop. Oh, I came unplugged. Oh, they've been here.
I mean, it was moving before.
Okay. So I'm going to do it this way. So stock, I'm going to hold like this. Stock for stock, my bike is faster than yours.
Yeah. And you have a 107, correct?
And I
That's
have a 107.
yeah.
It is faster because it is a bigger displacement.
Yep. It is a newer engine and it's bigger displacement
But if my bike tries to race a 600 RR of any of the Japanese brands
from any year.
from any year, it is slower.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
That's a difference in engine design.
Correct.
It's not a difference in size and displacement.
yeah, that's like my BMW has technically a smaller engine than your
Correct.
Harley.
Correct.
The BMW is a faster motorcycle, but it's
Correct.
designed to be faster.
But then if we take the world of that 600 beating my bike
Yeah.
and put a leader bike against it,
Yeah, you put a 1000 RR.
the leader bike is faster than the 600.
Correct.
Like-
I mean, unless you have very
And we're using overall statistics. So the guys that track race that go, I can run around a track faster. We're not talking about that. We're talking about
let's just talk about drag race.
99% of people going down the road.
Yeah.
Leader bike is faster. Now, Daniel and I have personally experienced this using the example of drag racing
Yeah.
or out riding around on the roads. Okay?
Correct.
We put the 77 1000
Yeah.
against the KTM 390.
Yeah.
Getting on it and romping and running up to about 65 miles an hour. That KTM smokes that KZ.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And we're talking about 390 cc's. Now, don't think anybody listen to this that, hey, now my CBR 300 is faster than one of those old ones. No.
No.
That KTM is not stock either.
Yeah. That is also true.
That KTM puts out some power. But at the same time, that KTM, this is where a strong conversation for power to weight ratio comes into play. Because that KTM has, we'll call it 30 less horsepower.
Yeah, roughly.
About 30 less horsepower.
It's about 60 horsepower to about 90 on the KZ.
So about 30 less horsepower than the KZ. But that KTM weighs also a third of what the KZ weighs.
Yeah. Yeah, we're talking about a 300-pound motorcycle versus a 550-pound motorcycle.
Yeah. So,
fuel injected, carbureted. You know, there's a bunch of different factors in that.
bigger bikes are faster. No. Category specific for make of motorcycle. Yes.
Yeah. Like a KTM 1390 Super Duke is going to be faster than the 390.
Correct.
100% of the time.
And I want to clarify this too. The guy that goes, well, my VMAX was faster than that 88. Well, that's great. Your VMAX is also a 1700.
Yeah.
It's not a small motorcycle.
Was the original one a 1700? I thought they were 1500s. The original VMAX.
Well, I'm talking about like a newer.
Oh, yeah. Because
I think there's a whole lot of original VMAXs running around. Most of them are wrapped around trees. So,
1985 VMAX.
The next one is not even necessarily something that's said by the regular community. It is said by the motorcycle community.
Okay.
Helmets do more harm than good. That is just stupidity.
That is just stupidity.
That is stupidity.
That is flat out wrong.
A half helmet is going to do more to protect you than no helmet.
Yeah.
A 3/4 is going to do more to protect you than a half helmet.
And a full face.
And a full face is going to do more to protect you than all of them.
Yeah. I mean,
it's just what it is.
That's why you don't see any of these, you know, MotoGP, Moto America guys out there wearing flip flops, t-shirt, and shorts.
Correct. Well, and it's, you know, we've had friends that have passed in motorcycle accidents.
Yeah.
That based on the extent of their injury, we cannot say whether they would or would not have, but potentially would have lived if they had been in full face helmets.
Yeah. You never know.
Correct.
But I mean, most death on a motorcycle is a head injury.
Correct.
That's where you hit.
Yeah. I mean, for someone, you know, if it's a top of the head injury, okay, cool. Pretty much, if it's the very top of your head, half helmet, 3/4 helmet, full face helmet, they're pretty much all going to do the same amount of protection there.
Yeah.
Side impact starts to become a thing. Facial impact starts to become a thing.
Mm-hmm.
So we choose to wear full face because they are the most protective. Because
you're already doing something dangerous. You might as well try to be as safe as you can doing it.
Well, the other thing too is, because I've experienced this, a rock hitting your face can hurt
or
a lot.
A bug at 80 miles an hour.
Yeah.
But I mean, now that being said, I think that statement is completely wrong. Helmets are always going to be better than no helmet.
Yes.
I also believe that if you don't want to wear a helmet, you shouldn't have to.
Yeah, I believe it should be a freedom of choice.
Yeah.
But to the people that are listening to this, that are from states that don't have helmet laws, that choose not to wear a helmet, like in Florida.
Yeah.
I don't wear one on Front Beach when we're going 35.
Yeah.
But then when we get on the other roads and we're running 80, I do.
Yeah. Like when I work on a bike and I take it up and down the street after I finish it, I'm not wearing a helmet going up and down the street.
Yeah.
But as soon as I leave the neighborhood,
yeah,
I mean, it's required here in Tennessee, but I have seen people riding without helmets.
It's required up and down your street.
You know,
it's a public road.
That is true.
So
arrest me.
Motorcycles are death traps.
Yes.
I think it's easier to get hurt in the event of an accident on a motorcycle. If you're in an accident on a motorcycle, your chances of getting in an injury are higher.
Yes.
Okay. But I also think your chances of getting in an accident on a motorcycle compared to being in a car are lower.
I would say so, because typically it requires a little bit more skill to ride a motorcycle than drive a car.
I think there's a lot of accidents because you've experienced it, and if I've experienced it, where they're a lot easily avoided.
Correct. Well, and that goes to a topic that we've had in the past. We've gotten used to how people drive. Like, we know when someone's about to pull out in front of us, and we can avoid the incident.
Yeah.
You know, if we weren't paying attention, we'd slam into the back of them.
Correct.
But that being said, we slam into the back of them.
Yeah.
On a motorcycle, you are more likely to be severely injured. You hit them in a car, you have an airbag, you're locked in, unless you're on a gull wing. you don't have an
The
airbag.
thing that I can do on my motorcycle that I can't do in any of my cars is
Stop.
faster, accelerate faster, and maneuver out of the way faster.
Correct. Yeah.
Done. End of story.
Yeah.
And like talking about, I had to go into a ditch to avoid the accident. The chances of getting hurt on that motorcycle doing that are higher.
Yeah.
Yes. But also, I've never had to layer down.
There you go.
So, all right. More expensive gear makes you a better rider.
No, absolutely not. Go out. You've never ridden a motorcycle before. Go out and buy that CVO RR. Go buy that S1000 double R.
So,
SP1.
I think this comes down to whether you want to talk about gear for the bike or gear for yourself. It doesn't matter. More expensive does not always equal better, but better gear is not going to make you a better rider. It's just going to make you safer in the event of an accident.
Yeah.
But anybody that says, "Oh, my tracksuit's been down a couple times, I need to get a new tracksuit," has never seen the guy that's 75 years old that's riding a tracksuit that has holes where you can see his underwear.
Yeah. That tracksuit's older than the person that just said they needed a new tracksuit.
Right. That guy can outride everybody.
Yeah. Look, it still functions. It's still good. But he
Correct.
also probably bought an expensive tracksuit 40 years ago.
Correct.
And that was like a month's paycheck, and he spent it, and he's like, I'm not, I know the value of $1.
I can take a sip here real quick.
But no, expensive gear does not make you a better rider.
Well, and expensive stuff on your motorcycle doesn't make you a better rider.
On a motorcycle, it gives you the ability. It may be, the bike may be more capable,
Yeah, but this
but
goes
it doesn't mean you are.
this goes back to that conversation about
The shocks.
inverted versus non-inverted.
Yeah. It makes no
Inverted
difference
doesn't
if
make you a better rider.
no.
So, all right. This is a good one.
Okay.
You should warm up your bike for 5 to 10 minutes.
10 minutes is a little bit excessive, but it depends on the bike.
If I'm getting on the KZ or the XR
Yeah.
or something like that, warming up, for 3, 4, 5 minutes. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, an older carbureted motorcycle with a choke.
Yeah.
Get it, especially like the KZs.
Yeah.
Because I know I have to do it with mine. I'm holding the throttle, maybe the choke's on, kind of let it get to where it's idling smoothly.
Yep.
Especially on a bike that you don't ride often.
But speaking from 60,000 miles on a modern motorcycle,
Yeah.
that I've put the 60,000 miles on there, I get to my bike, I start it up, I throw on my helmet, my gloves, and I mount my phone.
Yep.
We're talking 30 seconds to a minute. We're good to go.
Yep. I do the exact same thing.
Yeah.
I'll walk out to the garage. I start the bike, put my helmet on, gloves, mount the phone, put my music on.
Yeah.
Do the getting ready things. Or like sometimes I need to put air in the tires. So I'll start the bike, put air in tires, and then go
Yeah.
for pretty much everything except for the KZ.
Yeah. For anybody on a modern motorcycle, when they go, "Oh, your bike's going to break," if your bike messes up, it's probably not because you didn't let it warm up let it warm up long enough. There's something else.
Well, I mean,
going on.
there is some and I'm sure your bike does it too, because I know the Dyna does it. Like the high idle, the BMW does it in the beginning when it's cold, like truly cold.
Dude, my high idle kicks off after like 20 seconds.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like it has a high idle.
Yeah.
A fuel injected bike is going to have a high idle. The KTM has a high idle.
Yeah. Mine will idle at about 1,300 RPMs for about 20 to 30 seconds, and then it drops down to about 1,000.
Yeah.
Now, it will take 10 minutes before it drops below 1,000.
Yeah, the bike's still not warm. It just doesn't need the high idle.
It doesn't need to sit there and just continue to just idle and get hot.
Yeah. But I mean, I do that in my car too. I start the car, get, everything set up, and then I go.
Yeah. Well, that high idle, if you're in a fuel injected vehicle, as soon as that high idle starts to lower down, your vehicle's warm enough to operate.
Correct.
But even then, I've had times where it's been cold and I've just jumped on it and went
Yeah.
and didn't even give it 5 seconds and still hadn't caused an issue.
True. It is. I would say like we both just said, the rule of thumb: start the bike, get your gear on, set everything, and then
if the
go.
bike's not being rode, if you're literally moving it 100 feet and you're doing that, it's probably not going to hurt anything to let it run for a few minutes just to get it warmed up and let fluids.
Like starting the KZs. You know what? They don't get ridden very often.
Yep.
Let it sit there and idle, because all that's doing is just replenishing, getting the oil back to where there wasn't oil before. It's been sitting for a month maybe.
Yeah.
But a bike that you ride every day, put your gear on, go.
This next one, I think it's because people are stupid.
I mean, most of these are because people are stupid.
So choppers are hard to ride.
Yes, but no.
Conventional choppers that are actual choppers, no. Choppers, what society considers choppers.
You mean the front
Yes.
wheel that's touching my closet over there?
Correct. So if you have something with an extreme rake, or you have one of those that has a big 300 rear tire,
No front brakes,
yes, I could see that being harder to ride.
kickstart
Okay.
only.
But the guys that have the chopper that, they rake them out a couple more degrees and they stretch them up and out a little bit, it's not going to ride a whole lot different than a regular motorcycle.
I will say the guys that do those stupid, really skinny bars on the choppers that are like this.
That's a different
That's
conversation.
That's gonna. I've sat on a bike like that before,
Yeah.
and I was like, "This is awful. I don't want to ride this."
That's a completely different
And it did
conversation.
also have like a super extended rake.
So, and that's the thing. So the quote unquote Orange County choppers and West Coast choppers,
Those are
those
fine.
choppers. No, those are not choppers. Those are custom motorcycles. And those take 4 football fields to turn around.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
The regular
Trying to turn around in the middle of a road, 2-lane. No.
the regular chopper that the guy builds out of his XS650 or his Triumph or a Sportster or something like that, no, you can ride them all day.
Yeah, they're fine.
Yeah. You might be sore riding them all day,
Well,
but you can still ride them all day. They're not any harder to ride.
It might be more uncomfortable.
Correct. And there can be some learning curve because maybe your legs are in a different position or something like that.
Or you somehow decided it was a smart idea to put a jockey shift on there.
Well, even then, that's just an old bike thing too.
That is yeah.
So, all right. If you have chicken strips on your motorcycle, you're not really riding your motorcycle.
I mean, I can get rid of all the chicken strips in a parking lot at a mile and a half an hour.
Yeah, coming from the sport bike world in the heyday of sport bikes,
Yeah.
the chicken strip thing killed me because I knew guys that's all they talked about. Oh, you still got chicken strips on your motorcycle, and then you go out and ride and you wait for them.
Yep. Because they're over here in a turn trying to lean as far over as they possibly can.
Right, they are dragging me at 30 miles an hour in a turn that you just went through at 45
Yeah.
without dragging me. I think that comes down to learning to ride the motorcycle.
I mean, if you need the whole rear tire, you need the whole. There's sometimes, I mean, me and you have done it. Like we're scraping hard parts.
Yeah, but on the roads around here, we're not.
No.
It's when we go to like the Dragon.
Yeah. Or me and you have an aggressive ride through Suck Creek. Some of those
or
little switch.
Hamilton Place's parking lot.
Also, the church down the road. Yeah. just sitting on the crash bar going
So
around.
to the guys that do have chicken strips, don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it whatsoever.
Focus on your cornering speed. Don't worry about what your chicken strip looks
And
like.
to be completely honest, just because you can lean over doesn't mean you can turn.
Correct. Yeah. All right. Only Harleys are real motorcycles.
I mean, No, but
For someone that wanted to make an argument about touring bikes that doesn't know a lot about motorcycles, okay.
what are we describing as a real motorcycle, though?
Well, that's what I'm saying. So if someone was making that argument, you were talking to someone that didn't know anything about motorcycles,
yeah.
and they're talking about riding cross country, and they're referencing that. Okay, but at the same time, people do that all the time on GSs and Goldwings too.
Yeah, literally hundreds of other types and models of motorcycles.
So that one's just stupid.
Yeah.
Like, I think that comes more though too, also from.
I mean, if you wanted to say Harleys are a real American bike,
Yeah,
sure,
Okay.
I will 100% agree with that.
Janus is a real American motorcycle.
Exactly.
So,
but Harleys are not the only real motorcycle.
I think more of the argument comes from the guy that's never rode anything but a Harley.
Well, that's that older generation hog chapter guy that he has just seen Harley. He hated when the Pan America came out because that engine's made in Thailand. And
Like, I mean, the thing about it is, for true motorcycle enthusiasts, you know, because we see those guys. Like, we just got a new hog member. He's been riding. He's 57 years old.
okay.
He just got his first Harley. It's like, oh man, cool. Congratulations. He's so happy about it. There's nothing to harp on him and go, oh, you finally got a real motorcycle or anything like that. No, he always aspired to have a Harley and he got a Harley.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's just another brand. It's a consumerism.
Correct.
I mean, that's really all it is.
Correct.
Which one do you want?
I do think Harley has a better grip on their riding community than a lot of other brands do.
Well, they have Harley typically has a community.
Well, I think
Well,
Harley in general, outside the motor company, I'm talking about the dealerships,
Yeah.
because the dealerships are really what it comes down to in general. Focus a lot more, and I will preface this by saying I'm sorry if you live somewhere that your dealership is a dealer that is now part of a group that has 75 stores. But dealers focus heavily on the customer after the sale.
Yes. I will say that's something that Harley does really well, like coming from the motor company down to the dealership.
Yeah.
Typically other brands, like I look at Honda, the Goldwing groups, that's an outside source and they just happen to.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I and that's what I was going to say. When I worked for a UJM dealer,
Yeah.
I got to see a lot of customers after the fact, but that was working the parts and service counter.
Yeah.
People just coming in to hang out, not so much.
I would say the local dealers have kind
exception.
of gotten better.
Well, with the exception of Goldwing.
Yeah.
And even the local dealer, what they're doing now, it started with the Goldwing people.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. The Goldwing people said, "Hey, we're doing this," and then
Yeah.
the dealer supported it. Now the
Correct.
dealer is doing it, and
Correct.
the European dealer across the street kind of does similar stuff now, but they
Yes.
didn't previously.
Correct.
So I think it's just Harley is unique in that aspect where they have an environment where they bring the riders back in, the owners of their bikes back.
Yeah. Well, it's people have become known that, like, oh yeah, the dealership's doing something. We can go up there and just hang out and not
Yeah.
feel pressure. We can just go hang out.
Yeah.
So yesterday,
Wait, you're saying you don't want to go hang out at Easy Auto for
yesterday
their motorcycle night?
we had a swap meet. Okay. It rained halfway through the day, and it did put a damper on it. But
Did you see any Dynashocks while you were out there at the swap meet?
I saw something for me though. We did have like 400 something people at the shop yesterday though.
That's awesome.
So we have these people come to the shop, and there's hamburgers and there's hot dogs, and there's people come in and just hang out and chit chat and talk and stuff like that.
Which is great.
Yeah. I think the dealers here in Chattanooga are starting to catch on to that and do that a little bit more.
Yeah.
So, all right. And the last one.
Okay.
Are you ready for this one?
Maybe.
Motorcycles save money.
No, they don't. Not a single bit. Now, I say that with a caveat, though. because you can save money with a motorcycle.
I'm going to say this. If your focus is going, I have a 25-mile trip to work, I'm trying to get better gas mileage, and you buy something like the 390.
Correct. That's what I was going to use as an example.
Fantastic. Okay.
Yep. Great gas mileage.
You can, the barrier to entry is super low on cost.
Yeah. $3,500 brand new when it was new.
And then the fuel mileage is fantastic. Okay. For me, $25,000 new.
Yeah.
On my bike. And then a Honda Civic gets better gas mileage.
Yeah. That's technically, yes, but you can, if you were the person you need to go from point A to point B, you don't really care what bike you get. Like you're not trying to be cool.
You are just trying to.
You want transportation.
Transportation. And I'll say this. California being the only one that I know that it's legal, but lane splitting.
Yeah.
For some of these people, time is money. So being able to do that, can save money. But in general, overall, no.
You want to save money, you get yourself one of those 300, 250cc scooters.
Yeah.
You buy yourself a $200 helmet and you call it a day. All you do is put oil and gas in the thing and you never worry about it again, and you will save money.
Correct. Yeah.
It is significantly cheaper to insure that than a car.
Yes.
And it's probably going to break down less.
Now, I'll say this, like for me. Now, I get what they call multi-vehicle discount because I have multiple motorcycles insured. The KTM, because we're talking about the KTM, because that's a great choice if someone was like, oh, I'm going to buy something just to commute back and forth to
around the town. I'm not going long distance with it, whatever.
The insurance that I have is $16 a month.
Yeah.
You're not going to get car insurance for $16 a month.
No.
And that is full coverage insurance.
Yeah. Like that's all of my vehicles I have on.
My insurance policy on the KTM, if it was totaled tomorrow, would not only cover Daniel's investment in the motorcycle, but would also put money in my pocket. I could literally go get my check from insurance and go, Daniel, how much is that bike worth? And he goes, X amount of dollars. And I can go, here you go. And I'm still going to put a couple grand in my pocket.
It depends. No, my emotional distress is.
You don't know how much I have that thing insured for. This was a conversation at work the other day.
Hey.
Like literally, like we were talking about, because we were talking about insurance with Bob and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, the KTM is insured enough that if it got totaled, I went, Daniel, how much money do you need? I have a pretty decent idea of the price point of where Daniel would be, and that would still put money in my pocket.
Yeah. Everything I have is insured for more than I paid for it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have an accessories cover policy for the KTM.
Yeah.
That's more than the value of the KTM.
I have that on all my bikes too.
So there's that.
Yeah.
That's why I said I could still easily go, here's some money in my pocket.
Well, I ended up going after the Valkyrie got totaled, I ended up going stated value on it. So if it ever gets totaled again, just flat check and I'm going to call it quits.
Yeah. Yeah. So, okay. This is not on the list. I'm going to add one more though.
Okay.
Motorcycles are good for your health.
Yes.
100%.
100%.
There are many doctors out there that will tell you about motorcycles being good for your health. They're not only good for your mental health, they are also good for your physical health.
You're getting outside.
Well, you're getting outside. You're getting vitamin D from sunlight.
And if you had to lay her down, you touch grass.
Yes. But like just the release of endorphins in your body and this stuff. And they say, it helps lower cholesterol levels because of the stress free and stuff like that. Now that also depends on what you're riding and where you're riding.
Riding in downtown traffic, leaving work in the afternoon.
Probably not going to lower your stress level.
My stress is through the roof. But midday, taking a 200-mile journey through, the valley.
Yeah.
Super, super relaxing.
Oh, I got one more.
Okay.
Last one I'm going to add. Motorcycles help build friendships.
That's how I know you.
No, it's a horrible choice. Don't ever do it.
Hey everybody, this is Sean at White Lightning Harley Davidson. I want to thank you for listening to the Daily Biker Podcast. You can reach the podcast on Facebook or Instagram at The Daily Biker, or you can email the podcast at thedailybiker@gmail.com. Be sure to keep an eye on White Lightning Harley Davidson social media pages for the most up-to-date information on all our events and where you can find the boys.